Thanks for joining us. In the next few minutes, we're going to review the wonderful features of Rosewood Little Dix Bay's cottages, suites, and villas. I'm joined by our friend and partner, Emily Miner, sales manager at Little Dix Bay. Emily, thanks for joining us. Why don't we just go ahead and jump in? Can we maybe talk a little bit about first, before we go into the cottages, let's talk about the massive renovation that you guys went through and completed in 2020.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you, Juan, for this opportunity. Yes, Little Dix Bay underwent a multi-million-dollar renovation, closed in 2016 after about 50 years of being open. It's an original Lawrence Rockefeller design, and founded by him back in 1964. So that was a big focus for the renovation, is keeping to the integrity of his design, his vision of really creating that barefoot luxury, natural beauty of the resort, where you're going to be steps from the beach from most of our accommodations, which you'll see here. Set on 500 acres. So we have 82 accommodations. Sorry, I'm switching over here. 82 accommodations along the beach, and happy to share some insider information for you all today.
Beautiful. And I mean, I think this is the key feature, right? Everything, all your rooms, your cottages and your suites and your villas are really, steps from this beautiful half mile of beach. And you actually, normally when you come in, you arrive by boat right onto the beach, into the pier, correct?
You do, yes. Coming in from Tortola, Beef Island, Terrence Lettsome Airport, you take a 20-minute boat ride. You're greeted by your dedicated butler for your stay, and you whisked away to your beachfront accommodation.
And so with that said, let's start talking a little bit about the cottages. There's two different types of cottages that you have. There's a ocean view and a beachfront. Tell us a little bit about the different features of both.
Yes. So the Ocean View Cottages, I always say you're not going to have any bad room type at Little Dix Bay, because all of them will feature ocean views, but these are going to be really nicely situated off the beach as well. They're in sets of 4. So we have 2 cottages on the ground level, 2 cottages on the upper level with the ability to interconnect. So these are going to be great for families, families with young children, so they have that interconnectability, and they can reserve, a group of 4 where they all have their own private entrances. So you're going to have that privacy with each accommodation type as well. The beachfront cottages are some of our guest favorites, some of my personal favorites as well. They feature the original rock exposed walls that have been there since the 1960s. Which is kind of an ode to Virgin Gorda, with the rock boulders that you find at the beaches, that you find at the Bass National Park, which is only 10 minutes from us. These have beautiful outdoor showers situated right on the beach. They're freestanding cottages. So you're going to step out from that cottage in the morning, and you're going to be about 10 seconds to putting your feet in the water and swimming with, all the amazing wildlife in our bay.
And I think one thing that you had mentioned was the outdoor shower. If I remember correctly, this is the category. If you want that outdoor shower, this is the minimum category that you would have to book.
Yes, this will have an outdoor shower in all categories. After this, our suites will have outdoor showers as well.
Beautiful. And then are families, you said adjoining and connecting. So these are the room types that are going to be the best for those families who need those connecting options.
Yes, exactly. So our Ocean View Cottages, as I showed previously, and then these here are Ocean View Junior Suites. So they're similarly laid out in groups of 4. So 2 suites on the ground level, 2 on the upper level, and they can connect to an adjoining Ocean View Junior Suite with a king bed. We also have an Ocean View Junior Suite with 2 queens. So a family of 4. Nice. Or friends traveling together that want their separate beds will have that bedding configuration in the junior suites. These have the outdoor showers, bathtubs. They're going to be a little bit set back from the beach, but still, I say no more than about 45-second, 1-minute walk to the sand.
Beautiful. And then you can see that lovely Virgin Gorda beach right behind you and what have you. Yes. And then when you go up to the next level, you have several 1-bedroom suite categories. Are there any particular features that people should kind of know about when they're trying to choose what category to book?
Yes. So the one bedroom suites, these are going to be our first suite types that have the separate living room from the bedroom. Again, it has the original rock exposed walls in the suites. Guests love these. I always like to mention a guest that once told me that they traveled with their 6-month-old and they had the baby sleeping in the living room or out on the terrace there, and they were able to go to the beach with the baby monitor. It was that close. So you get that.
Yeah,
that access to be able to enjoy the outdoors, the nature, which is really what the resort is intended for.
that's wonderful. And then are there certain one bedrooms that are a little bit more private than the others if somebody's craving a little bit more privacy?
Yeah, our treehouse suites are great for that. So these are going to all be freestanding suites up on stilts. So you go up about 8 steps to a beautiful wraparound terrace surrounded by lush palm trees. They're kind of in a hexagonal layout. So you have a large living room space. You also have a beautiful large bathroom with a deep soaking tub, outdoor shower. But we can accommodate a family of 4 if they added 2 rollaways to the suite, but also great for those couples that want the privacy. And it's still not more than about a minute walk to the sand. I always like to point that out.
And there's nothing better than being able to be close to that wonderful half-mile beach there. Just so calm, and the waters are so calm. So just perfect, perfect for families. And then how big, in terms of when you're looking at the pool suites, tell us a little bit about the sizes of the pool. And maybe in the location compared to the, maybe the treehouse. These seems a little bit closer to the beach.
These are actually over on our eastern side of the resort. So we have our 1-bedroom pool suites as well as grand 1-bedroom pool suites. The pools are listed as plunge pools, but they're really large enough where if you wanted to swim, and get exercise with doing a little bit of laps in the pool, they're large enough for that. You have the outdoor sitting area out there as well. These have the separate living room from the bedroom area. The layouts for the 1-bedroom pool suite versus the grand 1-bedroom pool suite are a little bit different. So these have a little bit of a smaller living room space, as well as a adjoining 1-bedroom pool suite. So they don't interconnect through the interior like our Ocean View Cottages or Ocean View Junior Suites do, but they can be assigned to be side by side. I also like to point out we have televisions in a few of our rooms, not all of our rooms. So if that's something that's a preference for a guest, that is something that we have here in the 1-bedroom pool suites. These also have really spacious, large outdoor showers, which you can see here. And then going into the grand 1-bedroom, you can see they're very much in that hexagonal layout with the large high ceilings, beautiful large outdoor pool there. And they're going to be a little bit set back from the beach, but you're going to get the privacy that way, with them being elevated on the eastern side of the resort. So this is a good picture actually to showcase that. So there's the pathway in front, and then the green grass before getting onto the sand. So you go down a few steps and then you're going across that grass and you're right on the beach.
And then, we're talking about families, maybe families with young kids. Is there a possibility of adding a rollaway in any of the 1-bedroom suites to make it a suite for 2 adults and 2 young children?
Yes. So our treehouse suites, we can accommodate up to 4 with adding 2 rollaways or a rollaway and a crib. Same with the grand 1-bedroom pool suite. You can see with the large living room space, we can add a rollaway to both sides of the living room, or one in the living room, one in the bedroom area. So these are over 1,100 square feet. So very spacious, large bathrooms as well with the deep soaking tubs, outdoor showers, of course. So a lot of different options for couples, for families, based on what they're looking for.
And so let's talk a little bit about one of the products that you've added over the renovation was really these larger villas.
Yes.
Maybe we could start talking about the 2-bedroom villa, and what are some of the things that maybe a larger family should consider when considering a 2-bedroom villa.
Yes, guests love these suites. This is one of our Rosewood 2-bedroom suites. We have 3 of these in our inventory. I think they like it so much because it's of the location. It's really centrally located along our half-mile beach. I always mention that you can walk from one side to the other in about 15 minutes. All guests will have bicycles to use as well, but this here, just the location for a family with young children, having that beach right in front, and the bedrooms on either side of the living room is a really nice option. Indoor and outdoor entertaining space, if they want to do a suite or villa dinner, is always an option as well. They all have the in-suite bathrooms with the outdoor terraces too. The 2-bedroom suites will not feature a private pool, but again, the location being right there on the pretty much on the sand with the beach in front of you. The beach is really like one large swimming pool, calm water, warm water year round.
Yeah, it's so much. And then you started adding 3 and 4 bedroom villas as well for larger families.
We did, yes. So we have we actually have 2 beach villas, a 2 and a 3 bedroom. These are great to be booked on their own or for a multi-generational family, since the 2 and the 3 bedroom are next to each other. This here is our 2-bedroom Columbus house. It does have some more of the original details, like the darker beam ceilings, tile floors, whereas the rest of the resort has been a little bit more modernized with the overall interior space. This has it has 1 bedroom with a double queen, 1 with a king bedroom, all with their in-suite bathrooms, private pool, and you can see the beach is going to be right in front of that pathway there. So great access to the beach, great for those that want that privacy too, since they're on the far western side of the resort. Lawrence House, the 3-bedroom villa, which is next to Columbus House, is very similar, as you can see in the interior space, to Columbus, with having 2 king bedrooms and 1 double queen. You are on the far western side of the resort, so you really get that privacy exclusivity with this location of a villa.
And you mentioned that those two are next. Those two are next to each other.
Yes, and the map I showed at the beginning of our call here, that's going to be on our website too, on the location. So always great to reference that, or should you have an inquiry from one of your clients, I can circle and kind of point out where all the accommodations are located.
Gotcha. And if let's say there's a larger intergenerational, is there maybe a combination of rooms or suites that are kind of close to each other that you kind of would recommend? It sounds like the cluster, the beach cottages might be a good, the Ocean View Cottages might be good because they're clustered in one building. Or any other recommendation for a larger intergenerational?
Yeah, I think doing a combination of a few different rooms or cottage and suite types, like for example, doing one of our 2-bedroom suites with a nearby beachfront cottage, or 2-bedroom suite with Treehouse Suites that are situated behind the 2-bedroom, or the clusters of the 4 Ocean View Cottages or 4 Ocean View Junior Suites. So a lot of different options based on the families, if they have children with young children traveling and they all want to be together, if they're more flexible to be a little bit spread out, but you're going to be walking distance from each other as well.
That's awesome. And I think there's one last thing also. I think you have some more villas coming down the pike, I understand.
We do, yes. And this actually is one of our 4-bedroom Hillside Villas. So we have this one that's been in our inventory up on Dover Hill, which is about a 4-minute golf cart ride down to the beach. But from up here, you get incredible views of the island, of the surrounding islands, an amazing sunset. This has a beautiful private pool, 4 bedrooms, 3 king, 1 double queen, all with outdoor terraces looking out onto that sea. The 2 additional villas that we have that I don't have images to share right now that have been added is a 4-bedroom, similar to this here, Villa Joy, called Villa Candor, which you can view on our website once we have pictures, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. And then we also just added a 3-bedroom Villa Innocence I was able to see earlier this month. It's beautiful, all on a single level, very similar to the rest of the resort with that mid-century modern design. I mean, that as you know, with Rosewood, it's very much about the sense of place and incorporating the destination and culture into the overall design. So here, you really feel like you're in the Caribbean, you're in the BVIs. Even when you're staying in your accommodation, you want to be out enjoying the natural beauty of the island. So it all kind of blends in very nicely together.
And I think that's one of the things, that sense of place, especially in Little Dix Bay, especially with Virgin Gorda. It is, a really special island. it's still very unique. There's not as much, there's not as many hotels. There's not as much development. It's still that barefoot luxury, and just surrounded by, it's my favorite place. I used to go there as a kid a lot. And just the beaches and the water are just amazing. So you guys have done an amazing job creating this. So congratulations. And I think that you mentioned also that there's still, for 2022, there's still some promotions or Rosewood Elite promotions that are still applicable and important for people to know about.
Yes, we still do have that Rosewood Elite exclusive offer. It's 30% off our best available rates on all accommodations. So from our lead-in Ocean View Cottage to our villas, with the Rosewood Elite amenities up until December 17th of this year. So a great offer to take advantage of through Elli Travel. And, we are so appreciative of your support over the last 2 years since we've been reopened.
It's great. And then, and one thing that we didn't mention is, we're so proud that you guys have invited us to be part of Rosewood Elite so many years ago. And, for all properties, Rosewood properties, Elli Travel clients always receive, complimentary breakfast with their booking, usually $125 hotel credit, access to our wonderful friends at Rosewood, like Emily at Rosewood Little Dix Bay, welcome amenity, and a lot more that we're able to provide. So we appreciate it. Well, Emily, thanks so much for your time. This was great to be able to spend some time and really look in depth in regards to the rooms and the features. And thanks again for everything you do for us. And we look forward to working with you soon.
Great. Thank you so much, Juan, for the opportunity, and look forward to welcoming your clients soon.
Thanks so much. See you soon.
Thanks.